This episode of the Pickleball Show with Curtis Reese is brought to you in part by Gavin Fight of Resolute RE, the commercial real estate experts. Resolute RE is helping to bring more pickleball courts to the Lone Star State with free market analysis, site selection, and lease negotiations for your next pickleball center or restaurant or retail store. You name it, we can help. Ready to elevate your game? Visit the link in the episode description to learn more.
I know what I'm doing. Do you know what you're doing?
Sometimes.
Coming through.
Yeah, we broke into it as usual. It's kind of how we broke in here with my guest here. He is breaking away. He's got his own little career in an amazing sport that his family was on the forefront of bringing to the city of Dallas, Texas. Welcome to the show. Hi, my name's Curtis Reese, and we are on other channels, Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, all that stuff. Please subscribe and follow. I mean that because I used to make fun of that crap, and I do listen to other podcasts. I do subscribe and like. All right. So, without further ado, we've got Mr. Will Agritelley on. What's up, man?
Hey, Curtis, how you doing? Thanks for having me.
All right, dude. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Just winding the year down here. It was a super busy year. Nice to get a little bit of a downtime, spend some time with family, and rest, recover, get the body ready for 2025 so you can hit the ground running and, make some big things happen next year.
I believe you're going to do that. Speaking of big things happening, let's jump right into the way of the paddle. All right, that's when we talk about what you're doing in the sport of paddle. So we'll go with this. When, what, why'd you get into paddle specifically? You.
I got into paddle specifically around 2017, 2018. Started playing full-time 2019. I played tennis since I was 2 years old. Played college tennis at Colorado Mesa University.
Yeah.
Go Mavs.
Yeah.
Once I finished, had, no much desire to play tennis, was super burnt out, and we started playing paddle. We put paddle courts in at TBRM in 2017. So dabbled a little bit during the summers when I was back, and then 2019 I just started playing, loved it, started competing and playing tournaments, and my ranking kept going higher and higher, and I've just continued with the sport ever then. I haven't turned back. Played tennis 10 times probably since 2019, and every single time I'm like, why am I out here? I'd rather be on the Padel court.
The paddle. Yeah, see, you said it the way it should be said.
Paddle.
It's paddle, right?
Tomato.
Oh, it's paddle. It's paddle.
A lot of people say Padel, say it sounds fancier.
What do you
want to
think?
sound smarter.
I
say paddle. For me, it's...
You said they want to sound smarter.
Yeah.
No, well, anyway, so that's great. You came on last summer with your brother Nico. He's got his own thing going on. You got your own thing going on. Tell us what, if you're with the same brand, what paddle are you endorsing now? Name drop your reps, who you feel like you should.
2024 was using Wilson Sporting Goods. Wilson makes great rackets. They've endorsed a bunch of pro players and a bunch of the USPA players as well. So there are several other people on the U.S. team using Wilson rackets. So it's good to see some uniform amongst the U.S. players and have a very prestigious tennis brand enter into the paddle world and be successful. And then clothing, been sponsored by a German brand called BD Badu. Trying to look to get into the paddle market and specifically the U.S. market. So I was working a little bit as an ambassador for them to help promote and get some traction going here in the U.S. for them. So I hope can get some good things going for 25 and can keep these good relationships up and strong.
So that's awesome. We're talking with Will Agritelley here. And what team are you playing for now for the United States?
I'm just for the United States team.
The United States team for paddle. And he's pretty awesome. I've I watched him grow up. He and his brother grow up as kids around the state of Texas because I was at Brookhaven while they were grinding at TBRM. So I've seen these kids grow up. It's awesome. His story's awesome. So tell us about paddle. Is there? I can't remember if there's singles or there's doubles or it's mixed or how does that work? And tell us about the growth of the female part of sport too.
Of course, yeah. So paddle is always a double sport. You can play singles one-on-one for practice. I like to do that, just honing in on a few things. But tournaments, matches, competitions are always doubles. It's a mixture of tennis and squash, the best way to describe the sport. So you play in a enclosed court with a turf and sand grounds, glass. The walls are made of plexiglass and mesh fence. Court is 20 meters by 10 meters.
Yes.
And always played in doubles.
Always play doubles. Okay.
Primarily, you have a men's draw and you have a women's draw. You're starting to see a little more implementation of mixed doubles. it's tough because the men hit the crap out of the ball and women not so much. It's a little bit of a different strategy game. So, the men hitting the ball really hard, the women a lot of times. So they want to try and avoid that and keep fair play.
So would you say it's similar to tennis? You and I both, we know we're the world. We're not calling anybody out, male or female. Fortunately, the pattern is sometimes the male is not as strong as the female, or vice versa, and so it doesn't matter. But typically, so it's similar all racket sports. That's great.
Yeah, similar strategy.
And then scoring's different?
Scoring is the exact same as tennis. You got 15, 30, 40 game.
Oh, you don't play ad?
Oh, you play with ad. There's
variations.
A lot of the pro tournaments are trying to go towards no ad because the points are a lot longer than tennis.
Mm-hmm.
The serve is underhand, so there's not as much emphasis on the serve as in tennis. Tennis, you watch a doubles match and 2 points go past the serve and the return in a men's doubles match. Everything is so quick and fast.
Can you volley in there? There's no stipulations on volleying.
You can volley, yeah. Volley, you can actually run out of the court. So sometimes the players will hit the ball, it bounces, goes out of the court. There's a door on the side. The guy will run out the door and hit the ball back in play. It's epic.
Did you just hear that, guy? Did you just hear that? That's better. That's badass. That's not epic, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That's unreal. So if you see that, send that in. I'm gonna tell you, I got you. I've still got Nico when he's playing over in Europe. I'll get you and all that. We'll get caught up in 2025 when this becomes more of a part of our lovely show here. Oh, yeah. So tell us about. I've got some of my notes here. What say I'm supposed to do a paddle lesson with you and Nico sometime soon. You're gonna do it whether you know it or not, and we're gonna record that.
All right, that'll be hilarious.
I know what's that supposed to mean?
Gonna make Curtis run all over the place. That's
sure.
For sure.
Yeah, well, all right. So anyway, that's good. So tell us so say I walk on the court. What are one or two rules you'd tell me that I need to be able to understand before I walk out there and get the shit kicked out of me?
First
basic rules for
First rule I would say is always wear the strap on your wrist because you swing that racket fast and a lot of times it will fly out of your hand.
It's not a paddle. It's called a racket. I'm not being sarcastic.
Paddle racket.
Okay.
People ask me that, but it's a paddle.
Called
racket.
A packet.
A packet.
Do that shit.
Yeah, and you don't wanna hurt anyone. I mean, if you get hurt, you're not gonna ever want to play again. So that's step one. Or same thing. If I hurt someone, I wouldn't want to go play again. So
that was a good one, man.
Wear the strap on the racket.
Yes, sir.
Round 2.
I remember that.
Next most important. I mean, it's coming from a tennis background. The strokes are easy. The strategy's easy. So I would just say, being open and listening to the coach and
just 2 ears, one mouth.
Having an open mindset. 2 ears, one mouth. Yeah.
There you go, brother. Well, we'll be recording that. I'm telling you right now, I'm not making this up because we're going to do this. So, all right, let's move into our next segment. So far in paddle, the sport of paddle, Will, you've accomplished a lot. But what do you feel like is maybe a first good memory or a last good memory? It's your choice. There's no wrong or right because you'll be coming back on. But what memory comes to mind right now when you think of a good memory?
Yeah, one of the first memories I have is one of the first times I played, and first I'd say several months I've played and playing a tournament, and playing some people who just destroyed us. We had no idea what we were doing because it was first couple times we had played, so it was a new sport, completely new opportunities, and training a couple of years and getting better, and now playing these same people and beating them and having good results and accomplishing stuff that they've accomplished in the past. So that's for me an extremely cool benchmark to make happen and see that improvement. And
what about this kid? How old are you?
27.
Christmas, he's more mature than I am. I'm 500 years old, just turned 50. Wow, that's such a good outlook on it. So the growth of the sport. Yeah. I mean, what are your thoughts on that?
It's definitely exploded.
In the United States.
Exploded the past couple of years. I mean, you see Miami doing a bunch of incredible things. I just saw a post on Instagram where they actually have a floating paddle court on the water. So I don't know how they did it. They built a structure and they put the paddle court on top of it, and it's floating around in the water. So you literally play paddle in the middle of the ocean.
Would you do that?
I would do it. It might get a little seasick, probably lose a lot of balls because you just go straight into the water.
You wouldn't go chasing after that ball up the side gate, would you?
No, I would not. I'd dive into the water with my bathing suit on. I would.
Even with the ripcord on it, where they'd pull you back in? Would you go?
No.
That's a very smart thing. Will's very smart.
So you see a big hub in Miami of
Miami, okay.
Probably 20 clubs now. I mean, I was there before, went to the World Championships and trained for a week there, and every time I go there, there's new clubs. There's more clubs popping up. And
What about Dallas? Anywhere here in Dallas, Fort Worth?
Dallas has got some new clubs coming up. North Texas Racket Club put in 4 Padel courts as well as 8 pickleball courts and 9 or 10 tennis courts.
Yeah.
We got Preston Playhouse, which is the side club. The side club right next to T-Bar M. They have 2 indoor courts, 9 pickleball courts, and then we have net racket clubs. We got 3 courts, and actually Brookhaven put in 2 Padel courts.
No
as well.
way! Are you serious?
They put in 2 courts. Yeah, they're
really?
outdoor, but I don't think anyone
that's
really
awesome.
uses them.
Well, that's gonna change. Trust me. So where are they at though?
They're right by the pickleball courts. When they outfit the whole center for the pickleball tournament.
Yeah.
Last year, I think they slid 2 Padel courts in there as well.
that makes sense. There's nothing wrong with that, man. There's nothing wrong with that. You got to start somewhere. So that's good. So how about where do you train at specifically? Do you train at T-Bar, Preston Playhouse, T-Bar or Net or Racket Club up there in Frisco? I think. Where do you train at?
Primarily Preston Playhouse. It's close to my house. Courts are fairly available, so it's nice to have the availability to train with a flexible schedule. They are indoors, so it limits a little bit of the game with medium-low roof. In the game, there's a lot of lobs that are hit, especially at a high level. They hit lobs 40 feet, 50 feet in the air. So if you're indoors, it's going to kind of inhibit that. I mean, then you also don't have to deal with sun, wind, earth,
all
fire.
the elements.
So you have
earth, fire. I love it.
You have a much easier game to play.
Yeah, it basically shows the lack of I guess I'll just say it, lack of athleticism on one player's part. Because
when you're outdoors, you get the sun in there, you get the wind, and it's complicated. It's a very complicated game.
Are you teaching many clinics or camps or anything?
No, not at the moment. T-Bar, Preston Playhouse, kind of in a transition setting right now. So we're working at getting, when the T-Bar courts get up, we'll be able to get some more stuff running there. Maybe get some clinics.
I think hang on a second. I think about somebody calling in. Can you hear me, sir? Sir, guest, are you there?
Yes, I can hear you, Curtis.
Can you hear him, Will? I think
I can hear you.
I think this person's calling in. We're talking with Will Agritelley, one of 2 premier paddle players in our Fairburg. Sir, anyway, you wanted to call in. Do you have any questions for Mr. Will Agritelley about paddle or pickleball? Or he loves pickleball. I'm just kidding, but he does like paddle.
Yes. Hey, Will, how are you?
Hey, doing well. How are you?
You know what that is?
Fantastic.
You know what it is? Look right there.
That is.
Look, you see right there by your left? Look, this camera. You know what that is?
I have my lights out.
Oh, come on.
Dark.
Yeah, you are in the dark. You ruined it. That's why we're making this segment. Where's he at? There he is. What's up? We have, tell us your name, sir.
Jorge Guerrero. Will, how are you? Good to see you.
Doing well, Jorge. How are you?
You guys play paddle together?
Have you forgotten your Spanish from Madrid?
No, it's still there. I'm still madrileño.
Oh.
So how is it? How's paddle coming along in America these days?
Paddle's coming along great. We had a very successful debut at the World Championships in October, November. Finished 13 out of 16, so it was one of the better showings the U.S. has had. There's still a ton of room for improvement. There's still 12 more spots to climb, but little by little, we're beating more teams and developing a stronger team every single year. So it's really great to be part of the development and part of the change for U.S. paddle.
Jorge, sorry, keep going.
No, I was reading. Is the finals going on right now in Barcelona, or was that last week?
Yeah, that's the Premier Paddle finals going on in Barcelona right now.
Right now, yeah. And you can catch that on Paddle TV.
It's on Red Bull TV, I believe.
Red Bull TV.
For free.
Okay, we need to get those guys to sponsor the show. Did you hear that, Red Bull and Paddle TV? Come on. I'm just kidding. Well, so Jorge, tell us your background. You played a little paddle with Will before, haven't you?
Well, yeah, I have tried to keep along with Will and his brother Nico.
Well, they're 2 amazing.
Unfortunately, I'm not at a level that they play yet, but I've been playing paddle. I'm from Mexico, so I've been playing paddle for, by the way, to Mexican invention.
Acapulco.
There you go. Well, also, what's your current endeavor right now here in the city of Dallas, Texas? What do you have right now?
We are deploying now the first pickleball simulators.
We'll get more on
these
that.
can also be adapted to Padel eventually. So.
Yes.
we'll get to that in
Oh yeah, we're not talking about that right now.
with the Agritelley brothers so they can provide some feedback as to what to include in those when we get there. But right now we're focused on pickleball simulators, and just because
That's why I love this guy. He's also my boss. But anyway, he has a pleasant facility play out in downtown Dallas. Well, look, I know you're busy, Jorge, and I know we wanted to surprise Will a little bit, but Will's buttoned up, as we all may know. But he was surprised, I could tell by how he's tapping his foot a million miles an hour.
Hey, Will, you have to we have to get on the court eventually, so I can get a little bit better.
We're all doing a lesson together,
and we'll bring Curtis along so he can start learning those walls.
Yeah, we gotta have someone to laugh at.
Dude, hey, let me ask you a question, real guys. Is there some type of, cameras going back to you, Will? Is there some type of like check you can do in paddle, like in hockey? Can you paddle check somebody?
You could just try and hit the guy with the ball.
Oh.
Do a little drop shot peg and try and hit him, but probably won't be the most looked upon strategy to win.
All right, well, we're gonna let you go, Jorge. Thanks for calling. Anything you want to say to our
happy holidays, everyone. And looking forward to play with you too.
All right, take care.
Great.
See you, Jorge.
Bye, Jorge.
Bye. I don't want to rate to Google right. I don't want to rate it right now. I want to get off it right now. I want to get off. Where's it? So, Will, kind of a little bit of a surprise. You know, sometimes I do that to people like I'm doing right now, and we're back.
There we go.
So we'll get back on here. That was it's Jorge. He does pickleball simulators in downtown Dallas. He's played with Will, and he's an amazing dude. And I work for him downtown Dallas doing pickleball. Call me. Come on out. So let's go to in the freezer.
In the freezer.
Yeah. See, I got his attention now. See, I'm smart like that. In the freezer. Explain the freezer to our listeners right now, will you?
In the freezer is a term they use in Padel when they're hitting every single ball to your partner. So you're just kind of standing there. You get cold. You lose all your rhythm. You're just watching there. You might as well, at that point, grab a chair, grab some popcorn, and start cheering them on because they're just going to work your partner. So you see that happen in all kinds of levels, you know, at the most basic level all the way up to the professionals, because, you know, they try and find the weaker link, try and find an area that creates openings and can allow them to attack. So that's what in the freezer means. Well,
that's good. See, now we're getting that's paddle talk, by the way. Paddle talk, that's what it is. And I know you should see his face. He's like, how'd you know that? All right, so let's go on to in the freezer where we talk about you, what you like, what's going on right now. Yeah. This is his first segment with me of one of many to come with this young man. Let's go to in the freezer. So first, what's your favorite band or song right now? What are you jamming to, man?
Favorite song right now, man. There's a couple out there, but one Spanish song. I lived in Spain, so I love reggaeton. There's a song called "Ay Lupita." If you haven't heard it, check it out. It's
Ay Lupita.
Ay Lupita. Yeah, it's a good song. It goes hard.
What's your favorite movie right now? What are you watching movies like when you're out there grinding on the paddle tournament?
Favorite movie?
What do you pop in there and listen?
If you want to be motivated before a big tournament, you got to go with Rocky 4, and I just want to work out and train, and it's a great montage to get you motivated and energized.
Oh, I love being older. This guy, I'm older than this guy 23 years. I put Tenacious D as my favorite band right now.
That's a good one.
Oh yeah, it's Rise of the
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Rise of the Phoenix, man.
That's some good energy right there too.
And I watch The Burbs, man, when I get nervous. An old school movie.
I like to keep changing the music up though. If I get too complacent with one song, it ruins the vibe, ruins the atmosphere, the mindset. I gotta keep it fresh.
Yep, gotta stay in the moment.
Exactly.
That's how I coach, in the moment. All right. So, what's your favorite podcast?
Favorite podcast right now, the Curtis Reese Pickleball Show with Will Agritelley.
He doesn't mean that. I'm not looking for that. I'm saying, well, okay, other than this, thank you very much. I will say that. Hang on. Thank you, sir. I mean that. All right, now I'm not being nice. I hate it. So, I'm listening to, I'll tell you, I'm listening to on Spotify. We're on Spotify, too. A Tower 4. It's like a sci-fi horror type movie podcast. And I thought it'd be dumb. I really thought it would be boring, but you start seeing the characters. So that's what I'm listening to right now. Whatever. All right, so let's go to favorite sports teams.
Favorite sports teams. I'm a big Dallas Stars fan.
There we go, Stars.
Went to the Stars game the other night. They got a big 3-1 win over the Capitals. Love seeing that. And hoping we can get some more good traction going throughout.
I got a present for you.
Yeah, is it a Stars ticket?
Well, look at it right there, but don't bring it up. That's original.
That's
Cheers.
Sweet.
So anyway, all right. So let's go to no. It's not Wonder Shrooms or any type of edibles. Yet. Anyway, just say here we go. So let's go to mine's the Rangers. Do you have any pets?
Pets, yep. One dog, golden doodle's name's Oshi.
Oshi. Yeah, man. Okay, next time you come, you can probably bring him. 'Cause I have a Labradoodle named
All right, I'll
Chief.
bring him. I'll put him in that chair right there. He can eat the microphone.
Shit. All right. What's something about you that somebody knows that you think was unique? And it doesn't have to be something that like it's permanent. It's something because as you get older, you'll understand there's weird things you realize you're fucking weird. And I'm not saying weird, stuff that's awkward. I'm just saying like I'm infatuated with ravioli, canned ravioli right now, Chef Boyardee. I have no idea why.
Yeah.
But I've been eating it pretty good, and that's cold too, bro. Not hot.
You heat it up? You don't even heat it up?
No, man.
You just eat it cold, straight out of the can?
4 years of junior college and Division II talent since, baby, grinding away. I know. So what do you think?
Man, one thing I've been really loving lately is you got me on the topic of food, but
Go for it.
frozen blueberries. Lately, I've been on a frozen blueberry, a little bit of Greek yogurt,
Nice,
and I threw some
dude.
peanut butter in there the other day, and it
Peanut
was
butter?
changed my life. Yeah, it was so good.
That, my friend, is not weird. That's fucking awesome.
Delicious.
It's epic.
High in protein.
That's what I need.
Antioxidants.
There you go, brother.
Fills you up.
There you go. All right. So let's go to the good, the bad, the paddle. Okay. This is where I give you a phrase, and you have to decide what you think of it. One or two words. What do you want to do? And I'll see if I can counter. All right. It's called the good, the bad, the paddle.
All right.
All right. So what's Vibora or Willie? Which one do you like better?
Vibra.
And tell the listeners what that is.
Vibra, overhead and paddle is a little different. Instead of like a tennis or I guess pickleball overhead where you go up and through the ball, you're hitting underneath the ball. So Vibra is an aggressive shot. You hit the bottom of the ball like
she's going silent.
Between 3 o'clock and 6 o'clock if the ball is a clock.
Yeah. No, I see it,
So
brother.
the ball spins. It got a ton of side spin on it. It hits the wall and it snakes. Vibra is Spanish for snake. So the ball snakes around.
What's the Willie?
The Willie? That's a tweener.
Okay, I'll go with. I'm gonna
You
go
run,
with.
you hit the ball between your legs.
I'm going with the Vibora, even though I'll kill
Vibora.
myself doing that shit.
I like
Okay.
Willies. Willies are fun. Tweeners are you can hit, and paddle too. You can hit tweeners. forwards. You can hit them backwards. You can hit them off the sidewall. So
I love that
you
shit.
hit Willies everywhere.
All right, here's the deal. I'm not doing a Willie or a Vibora when we go do our lesson. Okay, so let's go
All right.
to slice or topspin. Which one do you like?
In Padel, slice.
Really?
Almost always
Underspin.
slice. Yeah.
I like underspin the best. And for pickleball, tennis, paddle. Well, I play paddle. I'm pretty sure. Look, real quick question. Tactical question. I was taught years ago that the number one shot in pickleball is the backhand for three primary reasons. We won't go into that. But is paddle similar, or are both forehand and backhand equal?
You see a little bit of difference depending on the side you play. So
Okay.
when you watch at a high level, you'll have one guy only play the right side and one guy only play the left side. So they hone in on a couple shots, a couple different patterns that work well on that side. So each side has a different role. The guy on the left side a little more aggressive because he's got the forehand in the middle, and then the guy on the right side is setting the point up for the left guy to finish.
That's
So different strategies, different tactics, and it's doubles. So you have to work together with your partner, and that's what makes it a partnership.
I couldn't have got a more nice, polite guest. Are you like a mean person? Are you always like this? Or you?
Always like this.
Golly, looks like he's in the military, like my dad and my brother Colin. Jeez. All right, so let's go to fridge or freezer. Which one do you like? Explain the definitions because I love this.
Fridge I don't know what the fridge is. The
Shit.
freezer. The freezer you get frozen. Like I was saying before, you don't hit a ball to you. So I mean, I like freezing the other team. I don't like being frozen because it's also kind of boring. Then I'm wasting my time out there, not doing anything.
I just made the frozen thing up, man. By the way, fridge versus freeze thing. There's no
Something
fridge.
like the kitchen.
Ow! This thing doesn't fit. All right, let's do a wrap up, Migo. How would somebody get in touch with you if they wanted to maybe watch one of your shows? Give us a link. What's something they can look on? Tell us.
Yeah, reach out to me on Instagram. Would probably be the best way. You can look up my full name, Will Agritelley, or my handle, Will Ag, WILLAG, and
There you
the number 7.
On the Instagram. I
On
follow it.
Instagram. Yep. Follow me. Send me a message if you want. I'll respond back. I'm open, responsive. So.
All right, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Curtis. Thanks
Really
for having
do.
me.
All right, well, listen, we're bringing paddle to Dallas, whether you fuckers want it or not. We're bringing paddle, and these Agritelley boys are going to bring it to you, and that's 2025. Well, hope everybody has a great week. I can be reached at curtis@reeseracketsports.com on the World Wide Web. Oh, shit, I guess that's it. You got anything, man?
That's it. Thanks, Curtis, for having me. We'll see you next time, and stay tuned for those bloopers of Curtis playing paddle coming up.
That's bullshit. I'm not playing paddle with you fuckers. You're gonna kill me.
Yeah, we are.
I know we will, bro. It's gonna be. Listen, I cussed on this. I don't cuss. I go cussing probably like 85% because my mom will get mad at me if she listens to this. I'm not making that up. Love you, mom.
Doesn't care. She cusses just as much.